Hey guys, it's Aimee Pittman. I'm back for 2022. Finally, I took a very extended holiday for the holiday season, but it was wonderful. I spent lots and lots of time with our giant family, and it was extended over about 3 or 4 weeks. I know that sounds crazy pants, but when you gotta hit the different parts of family, you gotta spread it out. Plus, I have a little one. She'll be 4 soon, but we like to do Santa at home. So we always make sure that we're home for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So then we, you know, separate the family out around that, and it just becomes a month-long event. But anyway, but I'm back now. I hope you all are having a wonderful 2022 so far. Everything that I'm seeing from astrologers and, from my own personal stuff and just things that I'm reading about predictions for 2022, it sounds like it's going to be a crazy year for everybody. There's just going to be a lot going on, and I'm talking about good stuff, not anything negative. We don't want to talk about political things, social things, or whatever right now, but just good stuff coming for the year, and just for everybody. But it's going to be like intense good stuff. So, starting out my first readings for 2022, I'm so excited. I am going to do a reading for each individual sign, but I'm going to group them by the elements. So I just feel like that's the best way to do it today. So I'm going to do that. And down below I will have timestamps for each sign. So if you want to go directly to your sign and not watch this whole video, that's totally fine. Just look below in the details and you should be able to skip to your sign. But also a reminder to please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs, all 3 of those, just to get a bigger picture. And if you don't know what your moon and rising are, you can always look up your natal chart. There's a gazillion websites online that will give you a free natal chart. So you just have to know your exact time of birth, especially for the rising sign. But anyway, without further ado, we'll get started with the fire signs. And the first one I'm going to do is Aries. So Aries, this reading is for you for the week of January 10th. I am going to pull a card from the Arc Animal and Tarot deck by Bernadette King. I'm going to pull 1 card for each sign, just kind of set the tone for the week and set the tone for the reading. Just kind of see what the overall energy is going to be for this week, and kind of, a prequel to what is going to come out in the tarot cards. Let me clarify, this deck that I'm using to pull, this is the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. This is a tarot and oracle deck, and I have them all mixed together. So it's got all of the tarot cards in there, plus additional oracle cards, and it's all animals. So you may get a tarot card for the week, or you may get an oracle card, but we'll, just whatever comes out for you, we'll see. Let me go ahead for Aries and see what we got. We've got the pigeon, and the message on this card for the pigeon is channeling home gentleness. This is for Aries for this week. For the week of January 10th, you've got the pigeon. That is so cute. I'm going to do a 3-card draw just to see kind of what pops out, and we'll clarify it if we need to. If it's a pretty straightforward message that I'm getting, then we'll move on to the next sign. But we'll see what comes out with this pigeon. Okay, so looks like we've got maybe some struggles going on before. Maybe you had some struggles going on before, but it's kind of going away now. I've got these 3 cards. I've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and then I've got the Justice card, and then I've got the 10 of Wands reversed. So this is telling me that you're letting go of something that you held on so tightly to. Something that you weren't willing to give up before. But I'm also showing that usually if I get the Ten of Wands reversed, because upright, the Ten of Wands to me usually shows a lot of hard work, a lot of burdens, just working really hard to make it to where you're trying to get to. And that reverse usually tells me that you've completed it or you've given up the burdens. And then paired with that Four of Pentacles reversed, I feel like that there's something that you released or you released your grip on, and in doing that, it also released burdens that maybe you weren't aware that were coming along with that you were holding on to it. But then we've also got the Justice card here. So I'm going to say that you found some balance, and because it says you released something that you were holding on to, some burdens have been released, and this just screams balance to me. So that, I think you would focus on that for this week. Really pay attention to the balance in your life. And along with this Pigeon card, with the message being channeling home gentleness, I feel like this might be balance in your home life or balance in your household. That maybe there's a different approach you need to take, or that you are taking, to kind of release some of this heaviness. And I just keep feeling like the word gentleness keeps popping out to me, like you either found a way to be more gentle, to balance the scales out, or that's something that you need to concentrate on this week. So I think that is pretty clear. I would say for Aries, just there's some changes going on, but it's balancing you out in the long run. So that's an awesome thing. All right, cool. Aries, that's your reading for January the 10th. Let's see, moving on to Leo. That's me. I'm a Leo sun. And until recently, I just started studying astrology more. I'm super passionate about it, apparently, because I just can't get enough of it right now. So I'm studying that right now, so it's super interesting. Obviously, I'm studying myself first, to kind of learn the ins and outs and everything, and my family members. Lord, I have charts pulled for everybody in my family, so I can learn and compare and everything. But anyway, so Leo is my sun sign, and until recently, I thought that is pretty much what defined me, and that is not true at all. So Leo, this is for the week of January 10th. I'm going to pull a overall temperature for the week from the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. And that card for you is the Starfish. Woo woo! Starfish are so cool. For this card, this is an Oracle card. This is cosmic energy, mystical awareness, and regeneration. So think about starfish when you're thinking about cosmic energy, because there's so many stories and folklore that talk about how starfish really came from the heavens, and that's where they originated from, which that's where we all came from. We're all made of stardust, so I totally believe it. And then mystical awareness, just kind of being aware of the magic around you, and just being aware as in noticing it and seeing it, just in your everyday life. And regeneration, we all know starfish can regrow a limb, I don't know if that's what you call it, but if they lose one of their extremities, they're able to grow it back. So think about that for this week, Leo. Regeneration, mystical awareness, and cosmic energy. So let's see what the tarot has for you to go along with that. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so it looks like we've got big change happening. We've got two, like, trump cards We've got death, and see if y'all can see that, death. And then we've got the world reversed. So it's like to me, that always says that's, that means a cycle's not finished yet. Something's not finished. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed as well. So there's some discord going on with maybe teamwork or something going on with a collaboration or something that you're working on with somebody else, or, but that looks like it is on its head. It's not going stellar at the moment. I would say that this is not serious, but paired with the death card and the world reverse, I would say this might be something major for you this week. The death card always speaks of, it very, very, very rarely speaks of an actual death, but it usually speaks of rebirth and regeneration, which we were just talking about with the starfish. Regeneration, rebirth, that kind of a thing. So there's something, there's some collaboration or some kind of teamwork or something that you're working on with somebody else that's not doing very well. But in order to move forward and like regenerize, rebirth, kind of come out of the other end of this, there's something that needs to be completed. When I see the world reversed, I usually, like I said before, it sometimes means to me that there's a cycle that is not completed, but you're trying, I keep hearing that you're trying to move on you're trying to step into something new and leave something old behind, but it's not complete yet. There's something you're missing, or there's a loose end that you need to tie up. And it very, very possibly has to do with somebody else. And I'm saying that because of Three Pentacles reversed. So there's something that you're trying to revamp, rebirth, kind of, kickstart or, start something new. But this past is holding you back. Something's holding you back, something you need to address and complete before you can move forward with this. But it's supposed to happen. That this is waiting for you. I know that sounds crazy. This death card is waiting for you, but really there's something that's waiting for you to move on with, but you've got to clear something up first. So I hope that resonates for you, Leo. This is your reading for the week of January the 10th, 2022. And once again, you got that starfish for the week. All right, so moving on to our last fire sign, that is Sagittarius. And I know I was just talking about that I was a Leo sun. Well, I'm a Sagittarius rising. Sorry, my ascendant is Sagittarius. So I've been learning a lot about that too, and it all makes sense, of course. It's like all of these windows and doors and like peepholes are being opened up to me by studying my own birth chart. So it's quite amazing. I would encourage anybody to do it. It totally helps you understand yourself better. And it kind of, I can't really explain kind of what it does for me, because it just kind of solidifies things. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but it just kind of like solidifies things that I thought to be true about myself, or I always wondered about myself. And it's just really cool to find out the for real ins and outs. But anyway, Sagittarius for the week of January 10th, 2022. Okay, I've shuffled these to death. So your oracle card is Triceratops, setting boundaries, standing proud, using sacred voice. So this is your card, Sagittarius, for the week of January the 10th. So yeah, we'll see what that's about. Setting boundaries, standing proud, using sacred voice. That reminds me a lot of maybe like the Seven of Wands card, maybe. But either way, keep that in mind. Triceratops, it's very, very ancient animal medicine. And I keep wanting to focus on the reptile part of this, maybe like the reptile brain that we have. with our instincts and things like that. I keep the message, the message I keep hearing about this Triceratops is using your sacred voice. So be careful of lizard brain, and when you get upset or you get defensive or you get combative or, you know, that kind of a thing, or if it's like fight or flight or that kind of a thing. So that's the message I keep hearing right now about that for Sagittarius. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to draw 3 more cards from the tarot just to see what we got here. Ooh, this is really cool. All right, Sag. So I've got Knight of Swords, which means quick movement forward. And then we've got 3 of Wands, which means like he's ready to go out on this adventure, ready to make some moves, ready to move out and go. He's gazing out into the horizon, which you'll notice is bright yellow and orangey color. So that's always a really good sign of like good things to come. And he's got his wand sitting here and looking out into the boats and everything, because the card before this was the 2 of Wands, and he was like trying to kind of make a decision and feel things out. So now 3 of Wands, he's like, okay, I know what I want to do. Let's go. Let's do it. And with the Knight of Swords, that's quick movement forward. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can mean hasty decisions, like not thinking before you act and that kind of a thing. But I would say, since it came upright, this is definitely a good thing. Paired with the 3 of Wands, and then with the 8 of Cups, we've got the 8 of Cups as the 3rd card over here. So that's telling me there's something okay. So okay. What I'm getting from this is 8 of Cups is a lot about walking away from a situation that no longer serves you, that you've been holding on to, or that you just need to let go of. It could be a breakup. It could be anything like that. There's something that you are walking away from, but there's also something new that you're walking into. You're like in between the worlds right now, I feel like. Like you're just passing through that past to present space. Like you're just walking through right now. I don't know why I just saw that. Like you're just kind of in that in between. And I feel like there is a message here when I was talking about Triceratops, using your sacred voice, like beware of lizard brain. And then I brought up the Knight of Swords possibly being like a hasty card, like making 2 quick decisions. So I feel like that is the message for you, Sagittarius. You're walking away from something that no longer serves you, and you're stepping into something better for yourself. But I think there is not a warning, but just a mindfulness tip here to just make sure that you're taking the correct steps, you're making all the right precaution, you're planning. That will wrap up everything. Just make sure you're planning for this new thing that you're stepping into, and you're not being really hasty and making like careless mistakes. So this is really exciting because, like I said, with the 3 of Wands, you've got all that beautiful gold and yellow that he's facing and walking into. That's a beautiful card. It's like he's walking straight into the Sun card. But yeah, setting boundaries. Once again, Triceratops says setting boundaries, standing proud, using your sacred voice. So just be very sure of yourself when you're stepping into this new energy, into this newness that you're stepping into. So that's your message for this week, Sagittarius. I hope that resonates with you. That's our fire sign. So those are some cool messages for fire. Going on, we will see if it pans out kind of the same for the rest of everybody. But those are some pretty damn good messages there. Okay, I got to pop out, but I'm not keeping it because I haven't even said who I'm doing next. So next we're going to do earth signs, and I'm going to start with Taurus. And Taurus, your card is Meerkat. So we've got, oh, my screen just kind of like blips out because I'm not touching anything while I'm doing this. But anyway, Taurus, Meerkat. This is for January 10th. It says group dynamics, discussion, effective leadership. So keep that in mind for this week. This sets the overall tone for the reading right now and for your week of January 10th. So Meerkat, they're adorable. I remember, I don't want to say back in the day, maybe it was like 10 years ago on the Discovery Channel when they first started that Meerkat Manor. I remember that was like everybody's, go-to show during the week, but I never watched it. But I kind of do want to watch it now. Every time I see that card, Meerkat, I think of Meerkat Manor, even though I never saw it. But meerkats are very interesting. So Taurus, I would read up on them because they're very family oriented and they're very community oriented. So that might be very important for you this week, Taurus. So let's see what else comes out from the tarot for Meerkat. Okay, Taurus. You've got some cards on their heads. Okay, all of your cards are reversed, but that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing necessarily, because the first one I'm going to talk about is the devil is on his head. So that is actually a good thing to have reversed. So this is telling me that you have released yourself from something that you've been attached to, or you've freed yourself from something that you've been bound to. It could be anything. It could be a person. It could be an addiction. It could be sugar. It could be anything. But I'm showing it could be something to do with work. It could be I'm telling you. But it is something that you have released yourself from. So congratulations. That is coming to an end. The next card that is not always a negative reverse for me is the moon. You also got the moon, and this usually tells me that there is something that was revealed to you, or something that you realized, or you had an epiphany, or something hit you in the face and you're like, oh my God, why didn't I see that before? A lot of things. I just feel like I need to throw this in there. This could be relevant. A lot of times, you'll see something and you'll be like, well, I wonder why I didn't see that before. And you'll kind of beat yourself up for it and be like, gosh, I'm so dumb, or I'm so stupid, or whatever kind of negative self-talk, but I feel like I need to say that. But there's times when you're just like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see that before? Or I could have saved myself so much grief. But just remember, there's always divine timing. If you didn't see it before, there's probably a reason for it. There's probably a lesson there, or whatever. It's got to play out that way. So just remember that when that happens, when you feel like you've been blindsided, or you just realize something you should have seen and you're kicking yourself for it, give yourself some grace, breathe, and just trust the universe. Trust that the universe gave that to you when you needed it the most, and you didn't, it wasn't necessary before, whatever reason. But anyway, something was revealed to you. You had an epiphany. Something happened here, and you released yourself from something. The one thing, and I'm probably going to draw clarifying cards on this because this is quite interesting, because the third card that I got reversed is the Queen of Wands. So this is telling me that, yes, okay, so, okay. Sometimes it takes me a minute, and then I just put it all together, and then I get the message for you. Okay, Taurus, here's the deal. So you have released yourself from something that was holding you back. You realized a truth, whether it was something that was told to you, whether it was a truth that I feel like it was something maybe you realized about yourself. But now you've got the Queen of Wands upside down, and that tells me that there's something wrong with your boldness, your leadership, because the Queen of Wands is about, fire and action and passion and that kind of a thing. And with her reversed, it's like, you're kind of, you're not in your full power. You're not stepping into your own full power. And with that meerkat oracle card with it, I just feel like discussion, effective leadership, group dynamics. I feel like this might be something to do with your career or your family or something with other people, but I'm showing that you've got this and it's okay to ask for help, even though you're wanting to be, or you are in a position to be the Queen of Wands and to be the leader, but for whatever reason, it's like you're scared or something's holding you back. But then again, like I said, we've got the Devil reverse and the Moon reverse, so I feel like this is all working out. But there's a little period of uncomfortableness, which might be this week, of kind of just uncomfortable in your own skin. So I am feeling like just draw on your work people that you have the best dynamics with, draw on your family members to support you through this. This is a little this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable and you're going to get through it, but I just keep hearing like this is, obviously things are turning out the way they're supposed to be, but just draw on your family and your friends and your close work people for more support this week. But I know that sounds all bad, but it's really it looks like you're breaking free of something. And once it's kind of like the energy of when you think about somebody that had been imprisoned for years or a long time or whatever, and they get released and they don't really know what to do with themselves because they're so out of touch with their personal power that it takes them a little while to get their feet underneath them and, really fully step back into that power. So I feel like that's going to be relevant to somebody, some Taurus that's watching this. So anyway, that is your reading for January 10th, Taurus. Moving on to Virgo. Love the Virgos. Mom's a Virgo. I also found out, I know I'm talking about all this astrology stuff, but I also found out that I'm a Virgo moon. And that makes a whole lot of sense about, I think, my habits and things that I do and how I process things in my head. That just made so much more sense to me. So anyway, moving on to Virgo. The oracle card that we've got for Virgo today is Emu. That is a beautiful bird. See the emu? So giant and majestic. Beautiful, beautiful. Curiosity, strategy, endurance. Those are the key words for the emu card. So keep that in mind. Curiosity, strategy, endurance for Virgo. Let's see what the tarot has to go with that. The tarot, sorry. Y'all, my husband makes fun of me all the time because I'm from Perry, Florida. And never quite lost my hick accent. I moved out of Perry when I was right out of high school. I wasn't even 18 yet, but I still have like remnants of, anyway, a lot of times when I say tarot, I say Tara, like Tara. Anyway, that sounds crazy. He makes fun of me all the time for it. Anyway, Virgo. See what comes out for Virgo. This card keeps Two of Swords. Okay, that's your first card, Virgo. That card kept wanting to flip out, and I couldn't put it back in, so we'll keep it. Two of Swords, and what else? Okay. Well, once again, Emu. curiosity, strategy, endurance. We've got, like I said, the Two of Swords that kept popping out. There's a decision to be made. There's, you're at a crossroads. You're at, I don't know. There's something that needs to be decided. And something you need to open your eyes to, because this lady on here is blindfolded. So there's something there's another aspect to whatever this decision is that you still need to see in order to make your decision. And I've also got the King of Cups reversed. So right out of the gate, that tells me emotions might be a little wacko right now. And then I've got the Knight of Pentacles, and that is like, you know, forward movement, adventure, just kind of like adventure on the horizon. And again, we've got like I don't remember who it was earlier, maybe Aries, with all that gold yellow behind him. So that is always a good color to have on your tarot card. that screams like good things to come, and just like overall like warm, good energy. I always think of, when I see all that yellow on a card, I instantly think of the Sun card. So that tells you right there that that is a good thing. So reading this, it looks like, and with the Emu card, curiosity, strategy, endurance. So it looks like there's some strategy going on for sure with that Two of Swords and the blindfold. So there's some more digging that you need to do to get information on this decision that you're having to make. So I feel like there needs to be more information, more strategizing, more thinking about it. A lot of times in tarot, I find myself saying, stop thinking so much, get out of your head, blah, 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 blah. But in this case, I feel like you need to get a little bit more in your head and figure this out. With the King of Cups reversed, I know I've said a couple times in my readings that a lot of times the kings, when I do my personal readings, a lot of the times the kings come out as people in the person's life, in the, you know, my client's life. This could be somebody in your life. I know these are general readings, but this could be somebody in your life. If it is, it's going to carry the energy of not having, like, maybe quick-tempered, not having your emotions together, maybe not even quick-tempered, but just being kind of an emotional mess. Just kind of, I'm drawn to the waves in this card, and usually when he's upright, you know, it kind of means that he's like smooth sailing, just kind of sailing along with his wonderful like control and his emotions and just being happy and lots of love and things like that. But reversed, I am still drawn to the waves, and I keep thinking that there's just like, I just keep seeing like waves, and you just keep like, as soon as you get up for a breath, here comes another wave, and as soon as you get up for a breath, here comes another wave, and I just keep seeing that over and over and over again. So if this is not a person for you, then it's that energy of like you can't get a breath, and it's just like one thing after another after another after another. But this is very emotional based, because it is cups. And there's a lot of water in here. So there's something going on here, Virgo, about some emotional turmoil. Or it could be a person in your life that's creating that, and it's and it's really affecting you. Not it's really affecting you. There's somebody that is going through that it's hurting you with. So, and then with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, it's just like, you just gotta get a little bit more information about this before you can just rip off that blindfold and be like, okay, I know what I'm doing, ready to go. Like, it's just right there. This is hindering you, whether that's a person or that's yourself being thrown around in the waves. But this is what you're aiming for, and this is what's waiting for you, is new horizon, new adventures, new beginnings, all that yellow, and just like And I know today is the sacral chakra day. I'm doing this on Tuesday. It's actually the 11th because I wasn't able to do videos yesterday. Anyway, but it's very much solar plexus chakra and that kind of a thing. So just anything that you're like, that you really are feeling the passion about in your belly. That yellow is just screaming to me. So solar plexus chakra, I would pay attention to that. What's kind of churning in there for you, Virgo. And with that emu, the curiosity, strategy, endurance, these cards could not be more perfect. So endurance with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups reverse, like, oh, you've got to get off of that cycle, that wave cycle. And then the strategy for, really getting back in your head. I know I shouldn't, it feels almost wrong telling you in a tarot reading to get back in your head, but sometimes it is very, very necessary. So in this case, it is for you, Virgo. I hope that helps. That is your reading for the week of January 10th. So moving on to Capricorn. And talking about, let's talk about Aimee's chart again. So talking about, I can't remember exactly where I've got Capricorn, but I've got it. I got it in a couple different places, and it's crazy because I don't really have any Capricorns in my life. I did growing up. Like, oh my gosh, you know what, y'all? I had old boyfriends that were Capricorns. That's interesting. Like my high school boyfriends, like my two main high school boyfriends, they're both Capricorns. Interesting. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna have to dig into that later. That is interesting. That just hit me. So for Capricorn, your oracle card is a rat. Shrewd choices, reproduction, and agility. And this is a little mama rat and her little baby. So this could be about mothering, parenting, raising a child, raising a fur baby, anything like that. Anything to do with parenting or mentoring or, leading a small child or anything like that. So keep that in mind, Capricorn, for this week of January the 10th. And we'll see what the tarot has for you. I didn't say tarot. All right, these two cards popped out. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, one more. Let me get another one. Shrewd. Oh, they're just throwing the cards at me today. All right, Capricorn. So, very interesting. We've got the Three of Cups. Celebrations, good times with family, friends, celebrating, just being happy about life, being happy to have your bonds, your relationships, just celebrating your life together, that kind of a thing. In the middle, we've got the Judgment card reversed, so that is interesting. We will see what that's about. Sorry, I've got the sun shining in these blinds here. And then the last card is the Strength card, so this is kind of like some encouragement here. Absolutely encouragement. So, reading this, I've got, there's that Judgment card reversed is, I swear whenever I get this card reversed for my clients or for, for family and friends that I'm reading for, it's like a thorn in my side because I'm just like, oh, Judgment reverse. Okay, so what does that mean? Does that mean that, okay. So what I'm getting here is that the Judgment card, there's something you're working on, or you're moving towards, or you have a goal in mind, or something you want to do, but you're being over critical of your work, yourself, or you're just not. There's something you're missing here, or there's a block. with what you're trying to do. Because we've got the Three of Cups, which is like happy and celebrating and shows you with other people. But I feel like the Strength card... Okay, so sorry. Sometimes I get like I'm gone because I just get into the message. So, Capricorn, this is about your self-image, and this is about your self-worth. This is about what you think about yourself, or worried about what other people think about you. But I keep feeling like this Strength card is showing up because this is something that is giving you encouragement to work on your self-talk, your self-image, your self-worth. I know as a human species, this is something that we deal with constantly. I don't care if you are the most wealthiest, famous, arrogant person, I don't care. There's always something that you're beating yourself up about. And it sucks, but that's our human brain, and that's our human cloak that we chose to wear and come to the earth and be. But I really feel like Capricorn, you're struggling with that a lot right now. But you've got a lot of good people around you, and that I feel like is the message here. Like, you have got some really supportive, loving people really cheering for you. And I would draw on that and try to look at yourself through their eyes. And I feel like that's going to help you a lot. And I know this sounds kooky, but I was just looking back at this rat card with the little baby rat on there, and I know I spoke earlier of saying this could be have to do with like a child or a parent-child relationship or something like that, but there's something that is really screaming that you are loved and you are safe and you are precious no matter what. No matter what you've done, no matter what you look like, no matter how you live your life. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. But with this Strength card, I also want to say that this is something that you're going to have to work on every single day. Like, this isn't something that's going to be like a quick fix, or you're going to, fix it and it's going to be better now. This is something that that is going to be a struggle for you. I'm not going to say every single day of your life. Some days might be great and you could just really, really love yourself and nurture yourself and, give yourself all the things that you need. But this is not something as a human species that is just going to go away for us. It's just not. But we learn other ways of thinking, and we learn other ways of processing, and we just kind of reprogram ourselves. And you have to do it every single day because, man, our human brains just take way over. So I really feel like right now, Capricorn, this week for January 10th, this is really, really about self-love and not caring what other people think of you, but really, really, really caring about what you think of you. I think is the key message here. So I hope that helps for you, Capricorn. I hope it resonates. And we'll move right on to air signs. And the first one is going to be Gemini, because they are the most picked on sign, I swear, in all of astrology. But let me tell you, like, I have a person that I've known for years and years and years and years. And he is a Gemini. And I will tell you right now, I admire him. I admire him for how he's able to keep his cool and get, like, when things rise up for him, and it is something that I would lose my mind over, panic, fuss, yell, okay, I'm better at those things now. But I would, I have not, and I don't have a lot of Gemini in my chart at all, but I am not the person that can keep my face calm and can speak calmly and can communicate and resolve the problem, all while I have an inferno burning inside of me. And I just want to rip everybody's heads off. But that is a quality of Gemini that is really quite admirable. And I admire him for that all the time. And I tell him about that. And I'm like, dude, you handled that like a champ. And it's just, I admire that. So anyway, I just wanted to say a good thing about Geminis because people hate on them all the time. But your oracle card for this week, for January 10th, oh my gosh, is going to be the turkey. Turkey, turkey, turkey. Sorry, that light from my blinds is just not cool. But anyway, the turkey is metal, strategy, service. So, yeah. Metal, strategy, service. Metal, not as in like the metal, the element, but like metal, M-E-T-T-L-E, like meddling. That's the word that's on the card. So let's see what else comes out for Gemini. Strategy, service. That all sounds like some very like in your head things, which is perfect for Gemini. In your head things. So let's see what the message is for this week. Okay, so all right, Gemini, you've got a lot going on here, and you've got a bunch of air going on. The first card I want to talk about is the Tower card. So, Gemini, you got the Tower card. Don't panic. People tend to panic with the Tower card and the Death card and that kind of a thing. The Tower card just means, that foundation wasn't strong enough and it needed to be rebuilt. And it was time to fall. So, even though the tower falling can be painful, it can be maybe traumatic sometimes, hopefully not, but it always means something better is going to be built, something stronger, something with a better foundation is going to be built. Things need to change, things have got to shake up and change. We can't just keep in the same thing through our lives, but the key is to get to a point. And I'm not saying I'm there 100%, but I'm creeping there a little bit to the point where when things happen like this, or if I get the Tower card, or if a Tower situation is happening, it's much easier for me now to just say, okay, universe, I know that there is a reason for this, and that this has to happen for better things to come. It takes a little bit, but when you put the work in and you're working on yourself and how you see things and how you flow with life, a lot of things can change for you, your perspective and everything, and it makes things much easier, and there's a lot less human suffering going on in our little human brains. So anyway, the Tower. The Tower. And then paired with the Tower, we've got the Four of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. So, I've got, the Four of Swords reversed, I would say you're coming out of, and maybe the Tower has shaken you out of it, but it's like, it's kind of shaking you out of like a dreamy state, a state of like reclusion, maybe not on purpose, but like it's a state of rest and dreaming about what you want, or just kind of like gathering yourself in just kind of like it's kind of like putting yourself in a cocoon, really, the Four of Swords. And I feel like the Tower is shaking you out of that. Like maybe you were in a complacent state And you're just kind of like, man, you're just kind of like dreaming of the life you have, and you're just like, whatever, but you're not really doing anything. And so this tower is saying like, get moving. You can make your dreams happen. They can be reality, but you got to move. And, obviously in order for these things to happen and move, the tower had to happen. So, and I'm looking at the turkey again, and I think that's where the turkey comes in because of the word strategy. There's a different way that you're going to be doing whatever this is. Whatever is falling apart right now, there's a better way to do that. Or there's going to be a better outcome for that thing that's falling apart for you right now. But with the Queen of Swords, I get some Ice Queen energy off of that. So, what I'm feeling is this is a necessary thing that is happening. But you need to stay in tune with your emotions through this. Like, if you shut down, I feel like this is an emotional shutdown for you, and that's not going to help you get through this. So I feel like this is an encouragement and a reminder from the universe saying, don't shut down your emotions. This is tough, but don't let your emotions hold you back, because I feel like that could happen. But on to bigger and better things and stronger foundations. So that's awesome, Gemini. I love it. I think it's not funny, but interesting that you got a lot of strategy and air cards out here. So right when I was defending Gemini, look at that. So definitely pay attention to your emotions, and don't ignore them. Don't stuff them down. That's probably the big message here, along with the tower. But just, tend to your emotions while this tower situation is happening. Moving on to Libra. I also have a lot of Libra in my chart. And I have not, and yeah, that doesn't sound great, does it? People pick on Libras too. It's just them air signs. The air signs is probably because, it's when you're more in your head kind of a thing if you're an air sign, if you're a majority air sign. So anyway, Libra. Moving on to Libra. The oracle card for Libra is a cheetah. Speediness, shrewdness, loquacious. So this is all about moving forward. Lots of fast movement, going about your business and doing your thing. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep it out of that sunlight there. But I love the natural light in this room, but sometimes it bugs me. But I love the sun, love the sunlight. I think I don't use any kind of lighting in here, and I'm sure you can tell. But I just love natural light. I think it's just the most beautiful. So a lot of times you'll, unless it's nighttime, I'll have a light up. But if it's daytime, I just use the sunlight and just go with it. So moving on from there, Libra, you got the cheetah, speediness, shrewdness, loquacious. Lots of talking, lots to say. And that's an air sign. So let's see, for January 10th, 2022, Libra. Woo. Okay. You got the four. Okay. So just like Gemini, you got the Four of Swords reversed. So you're waking up from something. You're stirring up. You're about to get up. You're like coming out of that cocoon. And you're also coming out of blind side. Yes. Eight of Swords reversed. This means, I love this card reversed. This means to me that you're taking those blindfolds off of yourself. And you're unwrapping yourself from being bonded, and you're pulling those swords up from around you because you can, because they're not cemented in the ground there. You can move them, and you see how loosely all of those bonds are? You can take those off yourself. But this is telling me that you have. There was something that you were blinded to, something you weren't seeing. Maybe you just had a block and you were just spinning around in your head. Or you were just stuck. you're just stuck and you really didn't know why, but it looks like you figured it out and you're coming out of your cocoon. And then guess what? We've got the Ace of Wands. So this is pretty exciting, Libra. Ace of Wands is all about new opportunities and new passions and all of the aces are just a gift from the universe, like a gift from God. And with it being the wands, that's a lot of passion and just being excited. And especially with that cheetah and the loquacious and the speediness, I get a lot of excited energy, and it's like giving me chills right now. So, yay, Libra. I don't know what you got going on this week, but it's all good. Like you're coming out of the shadows and like stepping into your cheetah-ness this week and getting moving. So, yay, Libra. That's amazing. So, that's a great reading for you for January 10th, the week of January 10th, because today's the 11th. I'm a day late on these. But anyway, moving on. Aquarius. This is our last air sign. We'll see what the oracle has. Ooh, snakes, fertility, birth, health. These are baby snakes. So this isn't your usual snake symbolism. This usually snake symbolism talks about shedding your skin and evolving, and it's very, very spiritual kind of a thing. But this is baby snakes, and I know that this is in the mothers and babies pack of this deck. And like I said, it says fertility, birth, health. So that is for you this week, Aquarius. And if you're not, I know not everybody is physically having a baby, and that's not what it's all about. That's this could be about a new anything, and just fertile, just being like creative and creating things, or just having the best ideas that you've had in a while, or just being like, oh my God, I just have this urge to paint, knit, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Tarot, like sometimes I just need to hold my cards and maybe do a reading for myself, because it's just like, it's my passion. And so we'll see what else comes out from the tarot for that. But once again, that's baby snakes, fertility, birth, and health. And this is for Aquarius. We'll see what else we've got for Aquarius. I love how these readings have been matching the signs, well, especially for the air signs. Okay. As far as elements go, is what I mean. Oh my gosh. Okay. Very, very cool. So, we got the baby snakes, and we got the keywords fertility, birth, and health. Well, guess what? We got the Empress card, which is the fertility card of the tarot deck. So she is all kinds of abundant with every dang thing that she ever wanted. She knows she can create abundance. The Empress knows within her heart of hearts that there is an abundance, that there is an unlimited supply of abundance in the universe. There's enough for everybody. She knows that she'll have everything she needs whenever she needs it. She just knows that, and she lives in that way, and that creates crazy abundance in her life. So Empress, now let me just say again, with that baby snakes and the Empress card, that can mean literal babies and pregnancies and things like that. So that could be for you. For anybody Aquarius that is watching, if you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart, maybe, or in important places, this very well could be pregnancies or babies. But if not, then it is some new things that you are cooking up, and it is super duper exciting. So, okay, along with the Empress, we've got the Page of Cups reversed, and that is a little, we'll get back to that. The next card is the Hermit, and the Hermit, he's all about going inside, taking some solitude, figuring things out, especially about yourself and about your spirituality and just about your life in general. But also, the Hermit in the traditional tarot, like I'm using, traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck is he's standing on a mountain with this with a light with a star in it, which a lot of people argue that that is the star of the tarot, and it very well might be. But regardless, is like he's done the hard work and he can do the hard work, and but right now is a time for him to go inward and kind of take some time to figure things out, because with this Page of Cups reversed, it's kind of, I feel like you've got all this abundance around you, all this potential abundance energy just like right here for you to grab. But with the Page of Cups reversed, I feel like you're not seeing it. Like with him upright, like he sees that fish, he sees his dreams, he can picture what he wants. He's got calm waters behind him. He's just, you know, I feel like you're struggling with that. You're struggling with knowing what you want. You're struggling with your dreaming. You're maybe doubting that it can really happen, maybe. But there's something here that's nagging at you about your dreams and what you want to do. But you've got all the abundance. The universe has got it here saying it's yours to grab. So, I would say that it's time for some hermit time in your life. Sorry, there's that light. It's time for some hermit time in your life, to figure out what that is and nip it in the bud so you can move on with your abundance. That's totally what I'm getting from all of this. And, so there's fertility, there's birth, there's something new that's trying to come, or that is here energetically, but to manifest physically in the physical world, you've got a block. So it's time for some hermit time. So take that as you need it. That is your reading for the week of January the 10th, 2022, Aquarius. That is quite interesting. So I love that reading. I love it. So, moving on to our water signs, final element. We're going to start off with Cancer. I have a soft spot for Cancers, mainly because my sun sign, I'm like on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. So I always have kind of like halfway identified with Cancer, or always felt like I was half Leo, half Cancer. Anyway, different times in my life, I felt like I've been more Cancer-like than Leo. So I really have a soft spot for them. Love my fellow crabs. I do claim to be a Cancer of some sort. But, let's see. We've got, okay. Well, Cancer, we've got the Death card. Scorpio Moth is the Death card here. Ooh, that's such a pretty card. I want to get that out of the light here. So we've talked about the Death card already in this video, but this is your overall tone for the whole week, Cancer. Destruction, renewal, real truths. And we talked about this earlier with another sign, is the Death card very, very, very rarely talks about a physical human death or a pet or anything, a physical death. It's really talking about the end of a cycle, or the end of a period, that might not have been so great for you. But there's a renewal, and the keywords here for me are real truths, because once you find real truths for you, what your real truth is, then the rebirth can begin, and then you can know what direction you're going in, and know what you're growing from, and know what you're growing into. So keep that in mind. Death card for Cancer. Sounds so ominous, but it really is quite exciting. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we got going on for you. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay. Ooh, there's a pop out. Strength card again. And we've got y'all. Okay. Okay. So we've got Strength card for Cancer. And then we've got the Tower reversed, which usually tells me if there's a Tower inverted, it usually can mean, in my readings, that there is an avoidance of change. You're delaying the inevitable, or you're trying to change it or get away from, I don't know. Well, I'd say you're not trying to get away from it because the Six of Swords is inverted. So you're staying somewhere, you're staying in a situation that you know you do not need to be in, or that you know needs to change. But that Tower is lingering there because that Tower is like, man, it's got to happen, or the universe is like, man, it's got to happen. But you're delaying, and you're staying, and you're clinging, and you're not, you're clinging on to this, whatever it is. But like I was saying before on that Death card, the Moth card, the real truths, those keywords is what's popping out to me here. So you gotta get honest with yourself about something, about this situation. There's something that, yeah, you're just in denial. That screams denial for me. So, real truths, renewal, destruction. Yeah, there's some destruction that needs to happen, and you're not letting it happen. But I know that all sounds like gloomy doomy. You have the Strength card. So this is the universe also saying, you can do this. Why are you dragging your feet? Like, you can totally handle this. And maybe it's because you're a crab. You keep scooting back into your shell and you're afraid. You don't like confrontation. That might be the key. You know, you are a Cancer sun, so you might be avoiding it because you're afraid of the conflict and the confrontation. So the universe is saying, suck it up. Suck it up. You can do this. You can do this. There's so much better for you beyond this. So that is your message for this week, Cancer, for the week of January the 10th, 2022. Moving on to Scorpio. Excuse me. I don't have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, but I'm surrounded by Scorpios. And I love them dearly. Love them dearly. They kind of get a bad rap sometimes too, but I love them because they are passionate. And that passion is just pure and raw most of the time, in my opinion, in my experience. And it's kind of, it comes from a place of like you don't care, you don't give a shit what everybody else thinks. Like, this, you know, this is me and this is how I feel and all of that. And it's just, that's admirable to me because I'm only like that, like with my husband or like my closest people. Like I don't show that, you know, I don't project that to the world at all. And so that's admirable for me that people can do that. Just a second. My glasses keep like sliding down my face. Anyway. Okay, Scorpio. So your Oracle card, is the Tiger, which is the King of Wands. I love the Tiger. Actually, Tiger is my current spirit animal. Funny thing. This is a promotion for Bernadette King. These are her cards, and she also has magnets. And since Tiger is my current spirit animal right now, for however long he's going to be, I also have my magnet, my Tiger magnet here, sitting in front of me at my desk, and it says "Speak Your Truth." So very cool, Tiger energy up in here, and it says, and it's the King of Wands. So this one isn't just an Oracle card; this is an actual tarot card. So it's the Tiger and the King of Wands, and it says loyalty and honorable spirit and ferocious. So keep that in mind for this week, Scorpio. That kind of I was just talking about. What I most admired in Scorpio, which Scorpio is a water sign, but that, I feel like that aspect of Scorpio is very fire-like, with the King of Wands. So that's interesting. But anyway, let's see what else, the tarot has for Scorpio this week. And this is once again for the week of January 10th, 2022. Okay, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, y'all, this death card. That's crazy. We have gotten the death card like 4 times in this whole video. Okay. So, Scorpio, what does the death card mean for you? Here's the death card. We've seen that a gazillion times. And, ooh, you know, we had the Knight of Pentacles earlier upright, and I was talking about, nope, it wasn't. It was the Knight of Wands. Sorry. This is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this kind of worries me about maybe your ambition, or like what your ultimate goal is for what you're doing right now. And the third card that I got is the Knight of Wands. So this is telling me that maybe you're exhausted, or you've just been struggling and fighting a battle and fighting, and you're not giving up. You ain't given up yet, but you're exhausted, and there's an end to this with the death card. But I feel like this struggle with this Knight of Wands, you're struggling and you're fighting. This is what is causing your lack of goal and ambition and clarity on what it is you really, really, really want. Because you're so busy fighting and working and fighting and struggling that you can't see beyond that. And it's showing, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You can't see your goals beyond that. You're just working. And that is probably the classic working harder and not smarter. But with the death card, I feel like that's coming to an end. And I feel like with the Tiger, the King of Wands, saying loyalty and honorable spirit, ferocious, like this is you. You know, this is you right now, and you're struggling and you're working really hard, but it's from a pure place. It's from a pure place of love and like honor, is honorable spirit of honor and love and things like that. And loyalty, like all your intentions are pure and positive, and all your intentions are in line, I feel like, but it's this busy physical work or something that's distracting you. It's making you exhausted, and it's distracting you from your goal. So in order to get those pure intentions out into the universe and making it materialize on earth, like there's got to be a death, there's got to be an end to this, and I feel like that is going to be starting this week for you. So this might be tough for you, but be ferocious. Like the Tiger, this might be a little bit tough for you, but things are going to change, and I feel like they're going to start changing this week. So if you feel things changing and you're maybe getting a little panicked, just remember that this is ending. And be excited about that. Be excited that that part of your journey is coming to an end. So that is my message for Scorpio for the week of January 10th, 2022. Tiger. Love that tiger picture. Okay, last sign is our final water sign, Pisces. They get a bad rap too. I think, I swear, all signs get a bad rap for something, but I feel like Pisces along with Gemini might get more than needed. Okay, Pisces, so this is your reading for the week of January 10th, 2022. And your main card is the Cat, the Page of Swords. So this is an actual tarot card and not just an oracle card. This is the Cat. but also the Page of Swords, and it says primal instincts landing on your feet. So quick wit, just knowing what to do next, and just having that instinct. That is a beautiful cat too, isn't it? I know, obviously, I know Bernadette really well because I work for her. But I know that orange Maine Coons are her favorite cat, and this one she put on the card is just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I was never always a cat person. I was when I was younger, and then I got allergic to them in high school, and then I was just a dog person for years and years and years and years. But let me tell you how cats have come up in our lives like with a vengeance or something. It's like there are cats everywhere, and I love them to pieces. It's crazy how that thing changes, but I know personally there's a reason for it, and I know the reason for the cats in my life. So it's just it's really interesting. So anyway, for Pisces this week, you've got the cat, Page of Swords, primal instincts, and landing on your feet. So it sounds like there's going to be a lot of quick wit that needs to happen, and I keep dropping cards everywhere. Let me just shuffle these up a little bit better. Popping out of my hands. Okay. Kitty cat, kitty cat. All right, Pisces. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. So, along with that cat Page of Swords, you got the Page of Swords, and the Four of Swords, and the King of Swords. You got a lot of air going on here, Pisces, because you are a deep, deep water sign. But you've got a lot of new, fresh ideas coming to you right now. I do want to talk about this Four of Swords reversed first, because we got this earlier for another sign. And this is Four of Swords reversed, and this is about waking up out of your dream, waking up out of your cocoon that you've been in for a little bit. And you could have been in that cocoon for a number of reasons. You could be reflecting, you could be dreaming, you could be hiding, you could be resting, you could be rejuvenating, any reasons. But this is showing me that you're coming out of that cocoon. Okay, and then with the Page of Swords coming in twice, one with the kitty cat, and then one as just from the tarot. I really feel like this is just really saying that you've got some fresh new ideas coming to you, and your quick wit is going to be like on point. You're going to know exactly what you need to do, like right when you need to do it this week. So, pay attention to that. You are going to be on your toes mentally. But just recognize, like, if you have, new ideas coming in and things like that, just whatever stirs your spirit or gives you those little butterflies, make sure you're writing it down, so you're not forgetting it, and just making notes about what you're thinking of, especially if it stirs in your belly. Like if you feel a little stirring, then that's a little nudge from the universe saying like, hey, there's, you got something there. Make sure you're writing it down and you're not losing track of the stuff that's coming to you in your head. The last card I want to talk about is the King of Swords. Now, again, this is all up in your head. This is about just ruling and just being on an even keel. He's sitting up on a mountain, but it's, it's got green trees and grass, and it's just, he's got butterflies on his chair, and it's just like, he's very steady Eddie, just real like smart, and knows how things are supposed to go. And anyway, just very clear-headed. Now, like I said before, for another sign, a lot of times in my personal readings, kings often come up as people in the readings for the clients or my family or friends. So this King of Swords could be somebody in your life that's helping you with this, or like kind of helping you out of your cocoon, or helping you with new ideas. Or maybe this person is giving you some ideas, or kind of like mentioning things and kind of helping you with your thought process. So there's definitely something here. If that's not a person in your life, then that's you. Then that's you being the master of your own mind, which is fabulous. So this is a really good reading for Pisces. I'm really kind of shocked that I got all these swords out. There's a lot of air and swords in all the signs today. So Pisces, that's your reading for January 10th, 2022. And thank you all for watching. And I'm happy to be back, and I'm excited to keep doing these this year. I'm just so excited for 2022. So thank you guys again. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.